Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for today, Monday, August the 1st, 2016.
Commissioner Davis, Rodriguez, James, Rupenning, and Jacinto are present. President James, we have a quorum. May we start with Bureau introductions, please, starting with Bureau of Sanitation.
Veretta Everhart, Bureau of Sanitation.
Good morning, Edmund Yu, Bureau of Engineering.
Good morning, Chris Smith, Bureau of Contract Administration.
Good morning, Eddie Chavez with the Bureau of Street Lighting.
Good morning, Lance Owishi with the Bureau of Street Services.
Good morning, Ted Jordan, Public Works General Counsel.
Fernando Campos, Executive Officer. President James, we received a speaker card under general public comment. We do not have any commentary under the Neighborhood Council comments, and we do not have any speaker cards under the regular agenda items.
Okay, let's go ahead and close the Neighborhood Council category of commentary, and let's take the speaker card under general public comment. Edward Carlson? Is that the only speaker card we have under general public comment?
That is correct.
Anybody else wants to speak on general public comment, please put in a card. Thank you, Mr. Carlson. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, thank you. Good morning. My name is Edward Carlson. I'm with All American Asphalt. I'm the Vice President. All American Asphalt has worked with the City of Los Angeles for the past 10 years, almost 12 years. We have helped develop your recycling program. We have an asphalt plant in San Fernando and one in Irwindale. On May 11th, we bid a job for the City of LA, My FIG project, Figueroa Corridor Streetscape Improvements. At the time of bid, we were the current low bidder. Our bid was a little over $11 million, and the difference of the bid was roughly around $188,000 difference, savings to the City of LA. The city has contacted us many times asking us for different requirements for our minority bids and everything, which we did our due diligence and had everything done. Well, on July 27th, we received a letter from the city stating that the contract was going to be awarded to a different contractor because we're not part of the LBP program. Looking at it, having some difficulties trying to figure this out, because one of the things it says bidders that qualify as an LBE may be granted an 8% reduction of their bid. Well, 8% reduction of the bid would be a little over $880,000. I can't be competitive on an $880,000, $11 million bid. But the reason why we bid these, because it states right here that they may use it. My question is, I've never been involved with this program or losing a bid. What triggered this job to give a second-placed person and that...
Sir, you're on general public comment. Brown Act, we can't engage in dialogue on general public comment. It's coming up on, and the time is up on general public comment. So after Mr. Carlson, I'm going to close general public comment. On the time that and we have your letter, on the time that the item is agendized, we can have that dialogue. Questions that are raised, we can bring the Bureau representatives up and ask those questions. And I believe we're agendized on this for Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
And I'm just wondering if, were there things you wanted us to know before Wednesday? Because general public comment, the time is up for general public comment. So.
Well, I guess it is going to the board on Wednesday.
Right, and that's once it's agendized, that's when we can have these discussions, not today.
What I'm trying to find out is if it could be taken off and kind of given us an explanation.
That's not a discussion that we can have under Brown Act rules during general public comment.
Okay. So do I need to come here on Wednesday?
Yes.
Because I thought coming here that they could probably throw it off and then kind of give us some answers.
Yeah, we can't. It's not agendized.
Okay.
You're speaking on general public comment, and there are ground rules that we have to follow, and we're beyond them now.
Okay.
You're welcome to, if you have a specific request regarding calendaring, You can talk to the Bureau, you can talk to our executive officer, but we're not, this is not the correct forum for that.
See, can I just make one more comment?
No, sir. If you can speak to our executive officer or to the Bureau.
Okay.
Okay, to the Bureau representative.
I could talk with that for now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
See you on Wednesday, perhaps.
Yes, oh, definitely.
And there's no time limit on Wednesday for people that are affected by, I mean, I'll open the time period as long as you're not repeating yourself to have the discussion. Okay? Thank you, sir. So general public comment is closed. Our first item of business, the approval of the meeting minutes from the meeting of Wednesday, July 13th, 2016. Is there a second to my motion to approve those meeting minutes? By Commissioner Rodriguez. Any objection? Without objection, we'll approve those meeting minutes. Let's see. Let's go to agenda item number 1. I want to make sure Ms. McGlinchey has the opportunity to speak. To them. Agenda item number 1, Council District 2 from the Bureau of Engineering, recommending that the board authorize the city engineer to. Oh, before we do this, we have a couple of housekeeping items. Mr. Tyson, Mr. Tyson, you wanted to withdraw for scheduling at a later time agenda items 2 and 3 regarding revisions to the board report?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so colleagues, we'd like to, items 2 and 3, tree removals, will be withdrawn at this time for revisions to be made to the board report, and then you'll reschedule them at a later date?
Soon as we can.
Okay, thank you. So that'll be the order. Those will be withdrawn. Thank you, Mr. Tyson. Back on agenda item number 1, Council District 2, recommending that the board authorize the city engineer to acquire a 10-foot wide permanent street easement denoted by parcel 33A on the property with the assessor's parcel number 2350-005-030, commonly known as 11170 Burbank Boulevard in North Hollywood, California, 91601, and as required. And 2, authorize the city engineer to request that the director of the Bureau of Accounting, Los Angeles Department of Transportation, draw a demand in the amount of $74,600 payable to Miguel A. Matos to cover the cost of acquiring a permanent street easement needed in connection with the Burbank Boulevard, Lankershim Boulevard to Cleon Avenue project. The right-of-way number is 33714-33A. Udi Jimenez.
Good morning. Udi Jimenez, Bureau of Engineering, Real Estate Division. We're coming to the end of the negotiated settlements for the acquisitions of 19 properties for the permanent right-of-way for the widening of Burbank. And this is one of the last ones. It's about 1,000 square feet. The offer was made, and we based on an appraisal. And we came to a negotiated settlement for this property. And like I said, there's going to be a total of 53 properties that are impacted. Some are going to be rights of entry because the city already did accepted dedications. And in this case, this is a negotiated settlement for about 1,000 feet.
Well, you already answered my questions, Mr. Jimenez. Any questions regarding agenda item number 1? I don't have any additional questions. Commissioner Santos made a motion that we adopt agenda item number 1, seconded by Commissioner Rodriguez. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 1. Any issue sending number 1 forthwith? We'll send number 1 forthwith. 2 and 3 have been withdrawn to be placed on the agenda later. Agenda item number 4, this is on our lot cleaning assessment roll for the fiscal year 2015-16 from the Bureau of Street Services, recommending that the board set a hearing date of Friday, August 12, 2016, to consider property owner appeals against the proposed lot cleaning assessment roll for weed and brush abatement charges for work performed by the lot cleaning division in the 2015-16 fiscal period to be included on the ensuing county tax roll, and that upon conclusion of those hearings, forward the assessment roll to the City Council for consideration and confirmation. Mr. Costa. Is Jeff here? No, Jeff?
I don't think he is here today, but I can.
Yeah,
I can step in. Basically, the Bureau of Street Services, Fernando Campos Executive Officer, the Bureau of Street Services is asking to set a hearing date for Friday, August the 12th, 2016, to consider the property appeals against the proposed assessment roll for weed and brush abatement charges for work performed by the Lot Cleaning Division. This is an annual assessment roll that's happening. So before we actually can hear the item or put it on the roll, we need to set a hearing date. So that hearing date is proposed for August the 12th. After that, your board will consider any appeals at that time, and then if none are considered, then we can move it to City Council for full consideration.
yes, I know what it means for me. It means that my calendar is going to get to hear all of the appeals. So going forward, thank you, Mr. Campos, for the summary. Any questions on agenda item number 4? I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 4. Is there a second? By Commissioner Rodriguez. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 4 so that can be noticed. Any issues sending it forthwith? We'll send number 4 forthwith. Agenda item number 5. This is from Street Lighting and Contract Administration, Council Districts 2, 4, and 6. A requested contract award, Van Nuys Sherman Oaks Series to multiple high voltage conversion for fiscal year 2015 and 16. Recommending that the board declare R&H Industries doing business as Best Electric to be the lowest responsible bidder and award them a contract for the project for $1,542,080.90. Forward a copy of the report to the affected council district offices, that's 2, 4, and 6, and authorize the president or 2 board members to execute the contract for the project upon approval of all required documents by the city attorney. Vince Nguyen.
Good morning, President James and Commissioners. Vince Nguyen representing the Bureau of Street Lighting for item number 5, which is contract award Van Nuys Sherman Oaks Series to multiple conversion project. We received a total of 4 bids on this project, with Best Electric being the lowest responsible bidder. And we're recommending that your board award a contract to Best Electric for this project.
Any questions regarding agenda item number 5? No questions. Is that a motion, Commissioner Rodriguez? Motion by Commissioner Rodriguez, seconded by Commissioner Davis. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 5. Any issue sending number 5 forthwith? We'll send number 5 forthwith. Thank you, sir. I'm going to guess that you're here on number 6 as well. Bureau of Street Lighting, Bureau of Contract Administration. This is for Council Districts 2 and 6. Requested contract award, Sun Valley North Hollywood Series to multiple high voltage conversion for fiscal year 15-16. Recommending that the board declare Fodrell Construction Corporation, the first low bidder, to be non-responsive as discussed in the report. Declare KDC Incorporated doing business as Dyne Electric, the second low bidder, to be the lowest responsible bidder, and award them a contract for the project for $1,736,258. Forward a copy of the report to the affected council offices, that's 2 and 6, and authorize the president or 2 board members to execute the contract for the project upon approval of all required documents by the city attorney. We have a speaker card on number 6, Mr. Nguyen.
Good morning.
So one moment. Mr. Spindler, the card that you turned in says dummy on it. So Mr. Spindler, you're up on number 6.
Right. Goddamn dummy back. So let's see here. CD2, back from vacation. That would be Paul Krikorian for anybody that knows. So whenever you see Councilman Krikorian, you just walk up to him and go, and you'll be assured of a civil liability claim against the city. Then you got CD6, the mafia princess of Los Angeles County, Nuri Martinez. And of course we know she's got a grand jury impaneled in the Lee Baca Memorial Federal Courthouse across the street. But do you care? Of course you don't care. The second low bidder, award him a contract. The first low bidder, being non-responsive. Where have we seen this before? It's become a paradigm of corruption. It's become another paradigm. Again, somebody won the bid, but you're pushing it to somebody else who was not the lowest bid, the lowest quote-unquote responsive, quote-unquote responsible, quote-unquote bidder. So responsive, responsible. If it's not responsive, responsible, it's MBE qualified. If it's not MBE qualified, it's CEQA qualified. If it's not CQ, it's always going to be some bullshit. So Fadril Construction Corporation should have paid off at least one of these council people. But please, do not pay off Nuri Martinez at this time. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Nuri Martinez, toxic, kryptonite. Do not involve yourself with her. Make sure first you don't get a judge like the Honorable Percy Anderson, because if you get Percy Anderson would give Fadril Construction Company this goddamn contract.
Thank you, Mr. Spindler. Mr. Nguyen on agenda item number 6.
Good morning, Vince Nguyen from Street Lighting. Regarding item number 6, we received a total of 5 bids on this project, with Fadril being the first low bidder and Dynalectric being the second low bidder. However, OCC has determined that Fadril failed the outreach requirements and the contractor participation requirements. So we're recommending that your board award a contract for this project to Dynalectric.
Any questions regarding agenda item number 6 for Mr. Nguyen? Commissioner Rodriguez has made a motion that we adopt agenda item number 6. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Davis. Any objection? Without objection, we will adopt agenda item number 6. Thank you, sir. On agenda, any issue sending number 6 forthwith? We'll send number 6 forthwith. On agenda item number 7, requested contract award, Council District 11, Bureau of Street Lighting and Bureau of Contract Administration. This is the Marvista series to multiple high voltage conversion for fiscal year 2015-2016, recommending that the board declare Servitech Solutions the first low bidder after the local business preference is applied to be non-responsive as discussed in the board report. Declare KDC doing business as Dynalectric the second low bidder after the LBB is applied, the local business preference is applied, to be the lowest responsible bidder, and award them a contract for the project for $1,591,297. Forward a copy of the report to the affected council district office, and authorize the president or 2 board members to execute the contract for the project upon approval of all required documents by the city attorney. Mr. Spindler, you put in a card under the name Just Dummy, so you got a card in on number 7, Mr. Spindler.
Right, just as goddamn dummies, farmers, dummies. So let's see here. We got ourselves KDC Inc., DBA Dynalectric. They didn't win the bid, they were number 2 bid. And yet, just like item 6, somebody beat their bid, but now you're putting a goddamn acronym in front of something to cheat another goddamn business out of a low bid. This time we call it local business preference. See what's going on here? Can't we learn? Does anybody understand Judge Percy Anderson? Where are you, Judge Percy Anderson? I know right now you're trying to make sure that piece of shit Lee Baca gets a jail sentence befitting this criminality. But Judge Percy Anderson, you need to come here. Your Honor, may we present this evidence of RICO violations, Your Honor. These people are winning these bids, and they're being fucked out of these bids because after the fact that they post the goddamn bid, they're being cheated because they were not given the disclosures, Your Honor, to make a lawful bid, Your Honor. And I asked the jury, I asked the grand jury to return an indictment for RICO against the Board of Public Works Commissioners for willfully subverting the right of businesses to do business in the city of Los Angeles unless they pay off the fucking councilman, which this guy didn't, Servitech Solutions. He didn't pay off Mike Bonin in CD11. He came to work to do his work. He put on his jeans, he put on his fucking hat to come work. These people just want to work. You don't let people work. They have to come in here and pay payoffs. People just want to work. That's all that Servitech wanted to do, was submit a bid to work. But you don't let people
All
work.
your time is up. Mr. Nguyen on number 7.
Good morning, Vince Nguyen from Street Lighting for item number 7. We received a total of 7 bids on this project. After the LBP reduction is applied, OCC has determined that the third low bidder, Servitech, became the first low bidder, and the 6th low bidder, Dynalectric, became the second low bidder. However, OCC has determined that Servitech, the first low bidder after the LPP is applied, their bid deemed non-responsive because they failed the MSM requirements. So we're recommending your board to approve the contract for this project to the second low bidder after LBP is applied, which is Dynalectric.
Thank you, Mr. Nguyen. Ms. McGlinchey is here as well, as I would note. Commissioner Repenning?
I just wanted to clarify. So the original recommendation would have been for the third low bid?
For the 6th low bidder, which is Dynalectric, who became the second low bidder after the LBP reduction is applied.
Okay. So the local business, how many of these are local?
3.
3. Can I have
Ms. McGlinchey?
come up? Can you just walk me through this? I'm sorry, I'm Monday morning. The process, just walk me through what the
LBPP process?
Yeah, because it sounds like there are a lot of...
Yes, the Linda McGlinchey, Bureau of Contract Administration, Office of Contract Compliance. This is a very unique project in terms of LBPP. We have the apparent first low bidder, who is Select Electric, and they were responsive. However, the LBPP, or Local Business Preference Program, allows bidders to get an 8% reduction to the bid that they submitted in terms of evaluation purposes. So in this case, the bids were all very tight in terms of range. The apparent low bidder, Select, was $1,468,763. KDC was $1,591,297. Both Servitech and KDC are LBEs, and after applying the 8% to their bids, they both came in lower than Select Electric.
I see. Okay, so it would have been Servitech, but they failed to meet the outreach.
No, they met the outreach requirements. Servitech failed to meet the MSM, the mandatory subcontracting minimum. And unfortunately, we could not allow them to change their bid after submission in order to meet that requirement.
Okay, so then we go to number 6.
6.
I see. Okay, I understand now. Thank you.
Thank you for walking us through that, Linda. Any other questions on that? I was going to have that on the record. That's helpful to have it on the record as well. Is there a motion on number 7 by Commissioner Rodriguez, seconded by Commissioner Cinto? Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 7. Any issue sending number 7 forthwith? We'll send number 7 forthwith. I would just indicate that the board report, Ms. McGlinchey, Just for the oral record, the board reports statement regarding staff's response to the protest that was received is consistent with BCA's position on that, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to agenda item number 8. On agenda item number 8, requested contract award, Department of Transportation, Bureau of Engineering, and the Bureau of Contract Administration. For Council Districts 1 and 14, Central City East Adaptive Traffic Control System, the ATSAC system, recommending that the board declare KDC doing business as Dynalectric the first low bidder to be the lowest responsible bidder and award them a contract for the project for $2,597,201. And secondly, authorize the president or 2 members of the Board of Public Works to execute the contract after the approval as to form has been obtained by the city attorney. On agenda item number 8, Mr. Herman.
Speak for the dummy, the puppet Herman. You guys already know that under these declarations of, lowest bidder, there's been some problems, you see. A lot of people come in here, like when Penny ran out the other day, didn't want to listen to, Mr. Sutton, that attorney, but that was a different case. But there was a particular case where somebody messed up regarding that analyst bullshit. Remember the analyst? And I'm bringing it back to your attention for the record because Mr. Herman, the puppet, is here playing with me today to speak to you, Mr. Davis, you, Mr. City Attorney, and you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I came all the way by myself on a big train, and it was scary, see? But I had to come here and make testimony on this issue, and I submitted a public comment card for the record, general public comment, where you could say, what the, and anything like that, see? Because kids, you got to learn your First Amendment right and your 14th Amendment right, so that way we can follow USC 42. Not the Trojans, no, 42 USC. Yeah, 1983 when Michael Hunt sued the city of Los Angeles, the same way Wayne Spiller will sue you fucking assholes for fucking up our system here. So do your goddamn job and do it right. You understand? It's very simple. Do good for the public, and Herman the puppet and I will leave the fuckers alone. But as long as we're protected under advocacy of free speech, I'm going to come here and protest on behalf of the public's interest. And it's nothing offensive about practicing constitutionality, you see. I'm just a little bear, and my jacket says love. And I want to love you, James. I really do, James. Not that kind of love, but a love that says that we have transparency and openness in our meetings, James. See, Mr. Herman, the puppet, the fool's gonna die one day because that asshole Hugo threatened him. His detectives threatened Herman, and Herman has a fear.
Forever. Thank you, Mr. Herman. Mr. Spindler on agenda item number 8.
It's good. I'd like to thank the little bear for everything that he's done. And the dummy's back. So we have the first low bidder to be the lowest responsible bidder. Haven't you given them enough business today? God, I mean, every fucking contract has been to the same company. Let's spread the wealth. You look at number 7, the reason he was denied wasn't denied for local business preference. She just told you it wasn't agendized, the reason for the denial. So can't you go back and give Servatech the one on number 7? Can't KDC share one of these contracts? Or you just got to get the whole goddamn city contract. So if you're going to give the same company 3 jobs, why don't you put together the 3 bids, ask for a discount? A fucking discount. They're going to use the same crew in the same city and the same equipment. You can ask for a discount. You can discount these bundled bids. Why aren't you bundling these contemporaneous bids and seeking a goddamn reduction in discount? I don't understand this shit. You just separate everything out so we have to pay more for the same fucking thing. I don't understand this. What kind of business model is this? I thought we had these 5 geniuses here. The genius from the fucking radio station used to blab all the time. If I get into City Hall, I'll show you how to save money, because they don't do it right. They keep stealing the money. If I'm Kevin James and I'm the mayor, I'll show you how to do it. You're in the chair. And you're doing the same thing that the Villaraigosa regime did. You're doing the same thing that Kenny Hahn did. No fucking different, but even worse. You're even fucking people who win the bid. I can't believe this. What the hell did we vote for?
Mr. Nguyen, are you on number 8 as well? Mr. Nguyen's left. Go ahead, sir. Didn't think so. That was from street lighting. This one's on DOT.
Yeah, this is a DOT. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, representative from the bureaus. My name is Andrew Dougal with Department of Transportation. I'm a project manager for LA DOT, and this is a Center City East adaptive traffic control system. We have involved 67 intersection existing improvement and 2 brand new signals, and bounded by the North Broadway on the north and east on LA River, and the south on 17th Street, and actually west on is the Harbor Freeway. That's the limit of the project.
Any questions for DOT regarding this ATSAC contract? I don't have any questions. I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 8. Is there a second on the DOT contract, Commissioner Jacinto? Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 8. Any issue sending it forthwith? Thank you, sir. We'll send number 8 forthwith. Mr. Campos, have we cleared the desk?
Yes, you have.
Then we are adjourned. Thank you.